Good day, I'm Samantha Allen and this is your JIS News for Thursday, May 22. Work on the Mount Russell bypass is about 80% complete and is progressing smoothly. This was disclosed to Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller Tuesday as she toured the Linstead to Monique section of the north-south leg of Highway 2000.
In my view, there is not so many works because most of difficult works already has been completed. So we only left, let's say, around the 15,000 cubic meter of work.
After viewing the section of the highway which bypasses Mount Russell, the Prime Minister said she was pleased with the progress being made.
I'm quite satisfied with what I saw earlier, and I'm looking forward to August when I'll come to join you to declare this section open. And I believe that when this is completed, then Jamaica in this section will look like any first world country in the world.
The north-south leg of Highway 2000, which links Kingston to the north coast, is being constructed in 3 phases, with the first to be completed by August 6. The Caymanas to Linstead and the Monique to Ocherius legs are slated to be completed by December 2016. Jamaica is exploring the commercial production of hemp, a variety of the cannabis plant that's grown for its fiber and seeds. The fiber is used to manufacture rope, canvas, paper and clothing, among other items. In his sectoral presentation Wednesday, Industry Minister Anthony Hilton said Cabinet would shortly consider a draft regulatory framework for a viable value chain around the hemp industry. He said Jamaica Promotions, JAMPRO, was leading this process.
Jamaica has an opportunity to carve out its niche in the industrial hemp global market, which will also support related efforts to develop other industries from cannabis sativa, such as medical marijuana.
More than 25,000 products can be derived from the hemp plant. The Education Ministry will begin paying $11,500 per annum in tuition support for each child in a state-run place of safety. The initiative, which begins this September, is in addition to the payment of examination fees. Portfolio Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites made the disclosure following recent reports in the media about the lack of educational services to children in custodial care. He said the ministry was already providing textbooks and resource material to institutions operated by the Department of Corrections and would also provide teachers for some of the facilities. The Education Ministry is also proposing to include incarcerated young people in the full rollout of the Tablets in Schools initiative and will develop a framework to treat with the educational needs of these children. Minister with responsibility for housing, Dr. Maurice Guy, says improving the living conditions of citizens, particularly in urban areas, remains a priority of the administration. Dr. Guy was speaking last Friday at a public consultation on Jamaica's draft national report for the 3rd United Nations Conference on Human Settlements, Habitat 3. He said that over 50% of Jamaica's population live in urban centers, which were in need of significant infrastructural development.
It will not be easy undertaking this and to achieving this goal, but we have to start somewhere.
The public consultation, which was conducted under the theme Housing and Sustainable Urban Development, was the final of 3 held across the island. The draft national report for Habitat 3 supports implementation of the 2nd UN Conference on Human Settlements. It also examines new challenges and emerging trends, as well as a prospective vision for sustainable human settlements and urban development. As of July 2014, only security companies that have completed safety monitoring courses will be allowed to work at events in the National Stadium. In a release, the Office of the Prime Minister says the new measure is in alignment with the government's plan for the stadium to receive certification to host international sporting events. Over 80 persons have already received the safety monitoring training, and there's a call for more persons to take up the offer. The safety courses target security personnel, employees of the National Stadium, ushers, and event organizers. They are organized in conjunction with the Jamaica Fire Brigade and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. And finally, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security has begun training its officers in preparation for the passing of the Flexi-Work legislation. The legislation is expected to be debated in Parliament in August this year. Last week, the ministry began the first in a series of sensitization sessions at its North Street offices. Labour Minister Derek Kelly said the training would give workers a clear understanding understanding of how flexible work arrangements were expected to work and how it would impact other pieces of legislation. The Flexi-Work legislation is expected to create more employment, boost productivity, and create investment opportunities. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Samantha Allen. Thanks for watching.